we put our hands together for Chris Diafouka. Again, I'm sorry that I murdered your name, Chris Diafouka. He is the gaming marketing specialist for Rokudo. Your hands together again for Chris, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chris. I'm working at Red Bull France Marketing, but I'm not here to speak on their behalf because I cannot speak publicly as a Red Bull employee. So today I will take my second hat with Rokudo, which is the society I founded with 3 experts, maybe. Next slide, please. Yeah, that's me. I'm from Ivory Coast. My parents are from Congo, so I have all these roots. Working for Red Bull since 2017 as a gaming marketing, and also the founder of Rokudo, as I said. I used to play FIFA as a pro player, so calm down, I'm not that good anymore today. If we play together, you will win for sure. And like TD, I love jollof fries since yesterday, and of course the Nigerian version. So today we are going to speak about gaming marketing as a brand. And a quick question for everybody: do you think that brands truly have a place in gaming?
Yes.
Yes? Who thinks no? No? Okay, yes, good. So do you know the definition of marketing? What is marketing? Do you know? That's a tough question. So marketing is the strategic purpose of understanding, creating, communicating, and delivering value to a specific audience with the goal of building lasting relationship and driving to action. So basically, you will see, I will come especially on this after, but this is creating something or an advertising a product with the code of the domain you are and the audience you are looking for. Next slide, please. So, gaming. Gaming is a culture. There is many culture in the gaming, and there is not just one. Next slide. As I said, there is plenty of galaxy in the gaming. There is LoL, Call of Duty, Valorant, Street Fighter, even Animal Crossing, and each of them they have their own memes, their own ritual, their own slangs, values, and heroes. And you can target every community. Like if you try to target gamers, this is not going to work. Gaming is not a demographic, so you cannot targeting demographic. There is a lot of identities, and once you enter the world of gaming, you have to follow golden rules. And the last one, okay. Okay, so it's better. In order to speak to the community, it's easier to be part of the community, of course. Next slide, please. So, where brands go wrong? One-shot activation. You know, sometimes there is some brand, they come, they do like one activation, they try to sell something, they just don't care, and after they disappear. And you know, the players or the consumer, they can feel it. They feel it the way that this is not part of the culture. And if you do with the wrong approach, there is no conversion. Everybody will forget your project. So, rule 1, authenticity. Very important. You have to work with the creators or the media that are really close to your product. If you want to reach a PUBG player, you have to work with the media that are talking about PUBG, the creators who know the game, who know the lore, the meta, and everything. It's going to be easier. Like, don't micromanage. You have to let the people talk about your product because they have to use their own word, their own way of speaking of your product because otherwise we can feel it that it's not right, it's not authentic. And of course, in order to make it work, you have to shape your content, shape your product around your community you are targeting. This is very, very important. Rule number 2, integration. You have to make sure that the product, the way you want to make your ad visible, you have to make sure that this is from the universe, from the world we are reaching from. This is to there has to be close of the gaming industry to be working. And when a company is not, not following the rules, we can feel it. And otherwise, if you follow the rules, I'm sure that it will work. Example, imagine a brand that are working on a fighting game event, a tournament, and instead of just putting 2 PC on stage, they're building the stage of the game. Like in Dragon Ball Z, they're building the arena of time, and as soon as you see this, you are in the game, you recognize the game, and you are touched by the action. And that is the most hard thing. Don't interrupt what people are doing. Try to be what they look. So you have to advertise, you have to do marketing, but be careful. Don't be too pushy. Next slide, please. Third rule, the contribution. You have to think for your players, for your consumers, for the person you are targeting. Next slide. You have to elevate the experience. This is important, and this is what I am in charge of at Red Bull. I have to think how I can bring the brand, the Red Bull, in the gaming industries, the easier way, the smoothest way to be not perceived as a brand that are trying to selling products. And of course, if you can, you have to empower the community. And of course, leave a footprint. So, summary. As I said, the 3 golden rules: authenticity, use voice that know your game; integration, you have to fit or enhance the experience; and of course, you have to give something that is valuable to the community or the people that you are targeting. We're gonna look. I put some study case. Maybe many of you have seen the Travis Scott concert in Fortnite. It was really innovative. You can next slide. You can go next slide. Yeah. So basically, they did a Travis Scott concert in Fortnite. It was during COVID, so everyone was on lockdown, and Travis Scott he used this to promote a new town, a new experience. And for me, this is one of the biggest advertising I see in gaming because everybody was there enjoying the show. But this is promotional, He tried to make his new song visible, and this is perfect because this is really working because it was smooth in the game. It was a good way of advertising his product. Next slide. So we can see because there is a chair, but in League of Legends, what they are doing in Europe and in the US and in the world of League of Legends, there is a partnership between League of Legends and Red Bull. And if you don't know League of Legends, there is a pivotal pieces that you can conquer in the game, and if you take it before the other team, you will get buff, you will get bonus to win the game. And it's like your player get energy. And this is really connected to the functionality of the product of Red Bull, because when you drink a Red Bull, you're supposed to be. Please come back. When you drink a Red Bull, you have energy, and this is the same that they want to prove. Associate the buff in the game and the functionality of the product. Next slide, please. Study case. Next slide. Perfect. So, in this case, I wanted to show you, this is Louis Vuitton, the luxury brand. They have created a trunk around the trophy, and also this is a way of empowering the event, empowering the community. This is part of the show, so this is not perceived as advertising. They have skins in League of Legends, so this is really perfect because we cannot see that this is a promotion. This is not commercial, you know. Yeah, I wanted to talk about KFC in PUBG. I don't know if there is some PUBG players, but what they did is really cool because they created skins in the game. They created like artifact and everything to promote KFC in the game in PUBG, and they related the activation in the real life with special meals. So they targeted the players, and after the players will go to the KFC to buy the meals, the special meals, and this is also one of the way to build something strong for the community you are targeting. Next slide. Perfect. I wanted to show you this for finish because this is one of the way I was talking earlier, empowering the community. This is Red Bull Comité, which is an international fighting game event, tournament, where the best players in the world are competing. And in this edition, we were in South Africa, so we have to take the culture, integrate the culture around the game, around the tournament. This is not, it's not because you can see like the visual graphic, the artistic direction put in the middle of the event, and this is also a way of promoting your brand in gaming industry. For finish, the last question I want to ask you: if your brand were a skin, would anyone equip it? Next slide. I think it's almost it's finished. Thank you. Do you have questions?
These approaches that you shared with us, it's really from larger company perspective, right? Companies that see the funds and the budget to, let's say, collaborate with big artists, right? I mean, private companies, like you mentioned, KFC. I mean, big brands, right? So, what would you really suggest, say, an indie team, right, or let's say even a solo developer, would be their own best approach of seamless integrating marketing to their games?
Okay, so can you repeat the question? Just simplify the question because I cannot hear.
Okay, basically what I'm saying is, what would you suggest a smaller company, indie team, right, would be their own approach of doing the same thing that you mentioned for this larger brand? Okay. In the case scenario whereby they can't really integrate with larger non-names.
I think to make it work, you have to know your market first, and you have to see how the consumers or the people you are targeting are using like their habits. You know, you have to try to integrate your campaign, your activation, in the way of consuming content on the internet like this. You have to make sure that you are not perceived as an ad. You know, this is the most complicated part, and sometimes the action that I showed you they took like maybe 6 months to be real. So there is like no special formula, for it. But first, you have to know your market. You have to know the people you are targeting, and sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not work. You have to try and be closest as possible as the community.
All right, we have one more here. Thank you.
Yeah. Your role basically is to sell a branch through game, not sell the game through a brand, or is it both?
Yeah. Okay. So, especially for Red Bull, my job is to integrate the product as smoothly as possible in the gaming industries and also in esports. But with Rokudo, my company, my goal is to, I can also work with a game, a studio, to connect universes that are not working together. And yeah, with Red Bull, it's only the brand, and with Rokudo, it's also the other box.
All right.
Especially the next one's very interesting. So I need to ask, is Red Bull interested in getting other brands, not just gaming brands, involved, so who are there open for competition?
So your question is, is Red Bull interested in collaborating with other brands? That's right. Okay. That's a good question because it depends on the situation. Because as you know, Red Bull is really, really big in every country they are invested in. And yeah, of course, they are open to collaboration, but it depends on the project and it depends on the collaboration. Everything we do at Red Bull, it has to be, we have to tell a story. The storytelling is very important for Red Bull, and we have to make sure that this kind of collaboration are taking part of the story we want to tell to our fans, consumer, and everything.
All right, that's good. So, what would be your thoughts on this basically talking about if they have businesses, they can network, if they're looking for rounds of partners, they can find it. In terms of business, they can just find some VCs over there that are involved in the community, as well as opportunities to just add value in different ways. So, what's your personal thoughts on an event like that that's going to be in the UK coming soon? Does that sound like something that Red Bull would definitely be interested in?
Red Bull can do so many things. I want to give you an example. Like in France, I was working on an event. Plates you are building with sheet of paper. This guy, they did an event, the World Cup of plain paper. They build it in every country. So I'm sure that if the event is good, if the collaboration is fine, they can do anything. We just have to convince, that is important for the market and for the sales because it's a brand.
Any other question? Just one more, if there are any. Just one more question. You see that somebody just gone. It's going. Question time's going. It's going. Almost gone. Gone. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Chris. Thank you.